Oh, sorry. Before I get into the slides, sorry about that. Before I get into the slides, I thought I'd run a quick video. I think you're going to kindly run it for me.
Roads are the oldest transport infrastructure built on Earth. Today, they account for over 80% of land transport in most countries around the world, as roads have been an integral part of life throughout history. PIARC, the World Road Association, was founded in 1909 to facilitate international exchanges on all road-related matters. The association is a world leader in international cooperation in the roads and road transport sector. More than 120 member governments, nearly 50 national committees, a consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council, a network of over 1,200 experts in international technical committees and task forces. This rich network of specialists around the world allows us to be a leading international forum for analysis and discussion, publish reference documents, act in favor of low and middle-income countries, develop and promote decision-making tools. If you would like to join a community of partner organizations with the common goal of building, maintaining, and operating a responsible and innovative international transport network, become a member. Visit our website, piarc.org.
So that was a very quick introduction to PIARC and what they do. They're actually a very old organization that was established way back in 1909. And they have a vision, like all good organizations do. They have a mission statement. They have values, very much around values around social equity, also equity around low and middle income countries as well, and trying to bring them along in terms of both road building, but also technology and maintenance aspects. And they've got a very good promotion around equity of different groups, including very much women in transport. And one of the things we're doing in the UK in PIARC is to focus in on that, and also young professionals development. So I will, after this event, share with Elcrig, there's an event next week on Tuesday all about women in transport that's led by the PIARC global organization. And I think it's only a 1-hour webinar, so quite easy to fit in. In terms of how these do this, they have a whole set of technical committees. They organize world congresses every 4 years. In between that, they also have seminars, often in low middle income countries, like Tunisia, Mexico, other countries. They obviously as well publish a wide range of documents and guidance and case studies, which people who are members of PIARC, including the UK, can pick up for free. In terms of the UK, we're actually across quite a few of these strategic themes. PIARC splits itself into these from a road administration's point of view, the organisation of road authorities, road network operators, road mobility, which I'll touch on in more detail in a second, safety and sustainability, and building and maintaining resilient infrastructures. In terms of the current UK activities, David Buttery, who's the DFT Road Strategy Director, is actually the first UK delegate. So DFT are very much involved in this. And it's administrated by the CIHT. And ultimately, there's quite a few, like I mentioned, representatives already in the UK, both from DFT, local government, consultants, partners, academic institutions. So it's something that you can join and contribute to, or contact some of the existing members, and we can put you in contact with particular people if you've got a particular interest in a particular thematic area. Overall, there's a lot of value in terms of collaboration, access to various documents, good practice, ideas around innovation. And again, these come from global parties, road network operators, partners, and others that you can make use of. A couple of areas I just want to quickly focus on and highlight, given this Traffic Technology Forum, is around a thematic theme in theme 2 around road mobility. There's a specific group looking at intelligent transport systems and actually ITS for sustainability. And that's split into 3 working groups. There's quite a few people already involved in the UK in that working group, including WSP, but quite a few others as well. And that looks at applications of new technologies and digital transformation concept for road network operators, conceiving ITS solutions, especially around sustainable mobility and decarbonisation, and ultimately ITS development and what it means for low middle income countries as well. And in this area, the importance maybe to local highways authorities like you guys and DFT and other government and partners is that it's an opportunity excuse me, to showcase the work we do in the UK, including obviously digital for customer and some of those initiatives with national highways, but also some of the really good innovation initiatives that are going on in ITS in local government. And also to understand the latest developments as well that are going on globally. And in that sense, you can pick and choose what you might be interested in, and it's quite easy to access that information. Another area that I just wanted to quickly highlight is the area around connected cooperative automated mobility. And a new group was set up in the current cycle last year, which I'm a part of. We actually represent and work with DFT's Traffic Technology Division on this, supported by my colleague Ian Patey and some other really good international partners, both in Europe and in Asia and in America. And that's split into 3 areas, really, where the first working group is looking at preparation for connected cooperative automated driving from a both physical but also a digital infrastructure point of view. The second group is around then some of the automated driving infrastructure aspects, including things like operational design domains and what might be needed there. And then finally, an area that I'm heading up and helping with, leading, is looking at the policy architectures and business models that can be for public authorities to actually get some of this work kick-started. So it's quite interesting to look globally about what different countries are doing in this space. And obviously in some cases, the UK are leading the way, not least with our legislation, as Agnes pointed out. A couple of examples of actually information you can get right today off their site, which I can very happy to share with people, is actually looking at a set of case studies that was looking at mobility in urban areas. And from that, you know, this particular, there's a wrapper report around the case studies, looking at aspects around different transport modes, so it's not just about cars, it's the whole aspect of transport. Sustainable mobility, looking at how you do decarbonize various forms of transport. The role of road network operators, and collaboration examples in these case studies. Some of the challenges focused in urban and peri-urban areas in transport. And ultimately as well, looking at the impact of new mobility initiatives. So actually seeing and learning by doing, and actually some of those results about, we tried this and these were the impacts. And also, very importantly, funding mechanisms. They might not all apply to the UK, but it's quite interesting seeing how different countries approach funding for some of these initiatives and platforms. So yeah, the value to the UK on this one really, I think, is around a broader worldview on tackling what we seem to always see as common problems. Examples of new mobility and the measures applied in very much a global context, and you know, includes Europe, but very much goes beyond Europe. And ultimately innovation ideas that, you know, might just spark an idea about, oh, well, that would be interesting to look at in more detail. And ultimately, through the PIARC relationship that the UK and DFT have, we can put you in touch with particular other members who have maybe written those case studies or discussed with a particular road network operator in another country that might be, you know, as far flung away as China or Japan. To finish with, the second case study example is one that the UK had direct input actually on. And by the way, these case studies are both published within the last couple of years, so they're not 10-year-old documents, they're relatively recent. One in 23 and one in 24 last year. And this is all about automated vehicles and the challenges and opportunities that they present. And again, you know, there's a whole set of topics discussed in this particular paper around physical infrastructure, digital infrastructure connectivity and particular use cases, digital mapping, digital twins. Also a look at what happens when you deploy some of these services in highly built-up areas, looking at things around urban canyons and how GPS might be struggling in certain areas. Common data issues for implementation. Data has obviously been a big theme today, and some of these reports, including this one, pick up on that and offer some alternative ways of looking at solving these problems. And importantly as well, what happens and how road network operators and automated vehicles, it might impact your traffic operations and road capacity. And socialist and human factors feature in this report as well. And that's actually quite a big theme of some of the PIARC studies. They always look equally at social and human factors as much as technology. So it's not a technology-focused organization. They're looking at the whole aspects of delivery of particular services, new roads, and their associated technologies. So yes, in this, we have been represented in this through my colleague and some other WSP partners, but also some other local highways authorities and the local partnerships as well. And there's some really useful and interesting examples of particular use cases. Again, looking at what people have tried, and it's quite useful to the UK sometimes to look at these and see whether there's any parallels they can draw for, as we explore a connected, cooperative automated environment. And ultimately, at the heart of some of the PIARC work is recommendations for road network operators. So it very much talks to people who are administrating and responsible for roads and the associated transport and the customers on their road network. So often the reports are very relevant. Okay, that was a bit of a whistle-stop tour of PIARC, but thank you very much, and always catch me today or tomorrow if you've got any questions or want me to put you in contact with anyone within the PIARC UK organisation. Thank you.